timestamp. It's December 5th, 2024, about 8:30 p.m. I'm going to be going to bed here in a few minutes. But going to have some, I should get a paid sponsorship. Harry and David Vanilla Creme Brulee. If I can keep it in stock, it's one of my kind of go-tos at this point. Nothing really new and exciting. I just knew I hadn't been on a couple days, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to get better about that. It's just been kind of crazy. Got our brake job done $400 later. It was overdue, so I had to replace rotors and other things, insert manly man talk here, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's $390. Missed quite a few days of work because of it. Because we're traveling all over creation because our store is still being put back together again. Health-wise, still feel a little shallow of breath and chest tightness. But again, I think it's just anxiety of stuff and things. Talked to my mom briefly. She said they're fine, he's fine, she's fine, everybody's fine. And I know that she's lying to me. So his cough, my dad's cough, apparently is gone. The lung infection's cleared up for the most part, so that's good. I strongly feel like she's not telling me everything. I don't know. Had medical appointments for everybody this week, pretty much. Everybody's fine, but just trying to get everybody looked at for their various things. Pardon. Was it earlier today, I think. Today, yesterday, I don't know, the days are blurring, but the CEO of United Healthcare was gunned down in a planned shooting event in New York. I, for one, am shocked that someone would have a problem with an insurance company these days. I'm stunned to my core. I, obviously do not advocate murder, But watching the journalists go, who would have done such a thing? It's just like, yeah, because the healthcare system in America is fair and works well for everyone. And clearly we have no problems. Our healthcare system is the envy of the world. Yeah. Hair. I'm actually, and again, I am not advocating violence. I'm not. I would love it if we could, get Medi for all going. I think that would be the right approach. I think Bernie's been right this whole time. But the idea that with corporate greed in the medical industry and otherwise, I'm actually surprised there hasn't been more violence against board members and CEOs of major corporations. I really am. I'm shocked by it. That there hasn't been more, not by this one event. This one event, I'm like, yeah, that was going to happen eventually. Because quite frankly, these guys have been putting, especially in the medical field, they've been putting profit above people for a very long time. So, yeah, whether someone lost a loved one or just got tired of it, I don't know. Yeah, it could even be a corporate hit too. You know, I don't know. Apparently, there's been a big Senate investigation in the background too regarding some money shenanigans. That's shocking. They were doing things that might have been unlawful. Wow. That's so weird. They're normally so above board. Mm-hmm. Again, shocked, stunned. Yep. Yeah, I'm surprised it's taken as long as it has. You know, even manufacturing CEOs and distribution stores, I would not be surprised, especially over good shooting, over the next couple years, where there's a good chance that a edict from the king is going to cause everything to be a lot more expensive. I would be shocked if we didn't see a lot more people lashing out. I would be surprised if there isn't, because I have a feeling there's going to be animosity coming from, DC as well, in the direction of certain groups. He's talking about the orange guy. He's talking about pardoning all the January 6 offenders, which that gives them almost immediately, a brute squad to a degree, who are very obviously, some of them may be repentant, but most of them, I think, are probably going to be like, yeah, our king set us free. Time to take over the kingdom. And other absurdities. So that could be interesting. And Biden pardoned his son. He's getting a lot of backlash for that. Here's my take on it, for what it's worth. I know you didn't ask, but, if you did, this would be my answer. He was sentenced to 17 years, Hunter. These tax violations, and he lied on a gun application saying, I haven't done drugs. These are things that very frequently they wouldn't be pursued in court. Yet they pursued him for 2-3 years just to try and get something on him. That's already pushing the whole justice system thing, to be very clear. The other thing that I want to bring up in this respect, because they're saying it's a miscarriage of justice, the idea that he pardoned his son. That's the only real legal witch hunt that I really observed over the past couple of years. Everything else has been pretty legit. That was way, way over the top. Here's the thing. If one of my kids was about to go to jail for 17 years, and I knew that the next person that was going to be in charge is a megalomaniac nutball with a grudge against my family, I think I'd want to get extra crosshairs off my kid. Because I think what already happened was an atrocity. What could happen once that guy's in charge? Your kid's going to wind up getting Epsteined. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he knew that. I think he knows that. He's not, you can call him a doddering old man all you want. He's a lot sharper than the shark or battery guy. And he's got a moral compass that isn't broken. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I did he lie? Did he break his word? Yeah. Do I have a problem with it? No, I think it's hilarious actually. I do. I think it's hilarious. 'Cause I guarantee the orange guy had. If you can't do anything to Joe, then I can say this as a dad. If you couldn't do anything to me directly, because I have immunity just like you do because of your crooked court. What's the next best thing? Hurt your family. Right? Right? I mean, I've got a kid who's autistic. He's a great kid. He's a great kid. Socially a little clumsy. Has a hard time finding his drive, so to speak. Very, very smart. And what a great heart. What a great heart. He never wants to hurt anybody. And we're in Florida, which is not real forgiving for people who are different. It's true. It's true. I mean, that's one of the reasons we're looking at, once we clean up after my parents, we may be moving out of state. But that's years from now, because it'll take at least 1 or 2 to clean up my parents' estate, because dear God in heaven. I was looking at some family videos from when we were over there helping them. It's just, me, pics, whatnot, talking to my parents or my mom, my dad, or whatever, and just not really reminiscing, but kind of trying to get an idea of what I'm looking at, because I really do feel like we're coming up on that phone call. My sleep and my dreams have been really weird lately too. But just looking at the background, boxes and piles of stuff, and I'm just like, oh God, if we can get this done in 2 years, we've done great. Oh boy. My mom says they're trying to work through it, but she has a hard time staying awake, and she spends a lot of time at the dining room table, and she winds up dozing off, and it's like, you're telling me you're not getting anything done. You're just pushing off my prison sentence of 2 years. If I had my druthers, I'd get them both in a home where my dad can't hurt anybody, where he can't get hurt, and where my mom could actually get medical care. Because I feel like she's just kind of casually going about it. But, she's 84 and she knows how to take care of herself. That's questionable. I'm very frustrated about the whole thing. With this nutball coming into office, they're looking at slashing Social Security and all that. That's going to affect my parents too. I mean, the flip side irony to that is, we've been telling my parents for years that voting red, isn't necessarily in your best interest. And they've been saying, oh, no. They're the party of moral values and family values and fiscal responsibility. And it's like, once upon a time that might have been true. It might have. It was, probably, But that's before I started paying attention to politics. They just keep saying the same things, even though they've changed the way they do stuff, and you just keep believing that they're still that way. Which, they're not boomers. They're silent generation. They're actually the generation older than the boomers. They still think things are the way they were, and they're not. Not even close. But anyway. So, yes, because I gotta get in a better habit of reporting in, letting you know I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, but nothing really new to report exactly, just another few days in limbo land. 2 to 3 cigars a day. trying to reel it back in. The coffee maker is exhausted. I don't know if that came through the audio or not. If it did, it probably did. It just sounded like, But yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep here. A few hours. I think we're supposed to. I don't even know what store we're working at today. I don't even know. But I'm sure it's a store that is being run perfectly with an empty warehouse. Pix and I found a couple stores we don't mind working at over the past few months. Places where, because we've had to overhaul departments completely because they're just not being done right. And the people from our store are good at what we do. We've been with the company for more than a month. We know what the rules are. We know what the methodology is. And we get it done. And we're going into a lot of stores where it's either apathy or ignorance, combination of the two. And we're correcting things. And then we come back to that store 2 weeks later and they've undone all of it because they were offended that we did the changes that we did. And it's like, guys, we corrected it. We had you on the right path. And you said, nah, we don't want to be here because you don't appreciate the fact that we're actually trying to help you. But we've found like 2 stores in the area that were actually welcomed. It makes a difference in the way everything works. It's not that we need to feel appreciated. We just don't want to feel like our work is unappreciated. There's kind of a difference in vibe. We actually had a supervisor at one of the stores, it was a couple months ago, who made a comment to one of our people as we were leaving for the day. She said something to the effect of, as soon as you guys are gone, we're going to go back to the way we were doing it. At that particular store, the store manager has been written up twice and is on the verge of being fired. So is the freight supervisor. Now, if you resent the way we're doing it, but the way you're doing it has you on the brink of being fired, and it's not a secret, you know that you're about to be fired. You've already been written up twice and told by the district manager, if this continues, you will be replaced. So it's not like a secret. We don't know that we're in trouble. If all that has taken place, it is no longer the time to be defiant. It is the time to welcome help, especially when you're told by the district manager, and I witnessed this, these people are good at what they do. They're going to help get you straight. Follow their lead. When you ignore that, why am I helping you? Why am I helping you? Just quit. Or, be fired. Whatever. It really is your choice right now. You can either do it right or you can go. Pretty simple when you put it that way, right? But yeah, we found a couple stores that we get there and people are like, oh, cool. Good help. Thank you. I'm not even going to tell you what to do because you know what you're doing. Pick a pile and have fun. It's a nice feeling. No one looks over our shoulder, all that. Anyway, make it a great day.